is really good. Hi Food 52, my name is Isabel Cos, and today I'm gonna show you how to make leche frita. It's a delicious dessert from Spain. Some people claim that it's from the Basque Country, some people claim that it's from Penades. The beauty of this dish is that the ingredients that you need are ingredients that you can easily find at your house. That's why I think it's like a very popular dessert. Some versions of this recipe have come to Mexico. My grandma used to make a thick cream milky base like this one, flavored with little berries that grow in Michoacan. So I'm gonna show you how to make it. First step, we're gonna simmer 3/4 of our milk. And we're gonna simmer with our cinnamon. This one's called Ceylon. In Mexico, we call it like Mexican cinnamon, but the type of cinnamon, it's Ceylon, is delicious. Don't get any other cinnamon than this one, because this one has all the flavors and the richness. Orange peel and lemon peel. And we're gonna clean this vanilla and add it to it. So once we open it, we're just gonna scrape it down, place it in, and also use the bean on it. So we're gonna bring it to boil, and as soon as we see the first bubble, we're gonna shut it off and let it sit for 5 minutes. The longer it stays, the more flavor, but you don't want to evaporate any of your liquid because we're gonna need it later. While this is heating up, we're gonna start our cornstarch mixture. We have some of our milk that stay cold. Cornstarch is gonna be our thickening agent. We are doing a combination of a pastry cream and a curd. Make sure it's dissolved well, and egg yolks. Egg yolks add flavor and also thickening to the recipe. And we can also add the sugar to this part. Let's make sure to mix this well. While your milk is simmering and getting all those flavors, we're gonna prep our pan. We need a square pan, a 1/4 sheet tray. We're gonna use some oil to take it off. And I'm gonna brush. Starting to smell good. So we have our pan, we have our egg yolk mixture ready. My milk finally boiled, and I'm gonna let it sit for 5 minutes just to get the rest of the flavor of it. I'm using a traditional flavors. I'm using orange peel, lemon peel, and cinnamon, but I'm sure in the summer you can use bay leaf. I'm also using whole milk, but you can use goat milk, you can use almond milk, you can use, I'm sure with coconut milk, if you have a dairy allergy, it would work perfect for it. So I'm gonna shut this off and remove from the heat to stop cooking. I'm gonna fish all these ingredients out. We're not gonna need them anymore. So we have cold egg yolks. We don't wanna throw them right away into hot milk because it's gonna overcook our egg yolks. So let's just add a little bit of our vanilla mixture and bring everything back to the pot. I'm gonna start on high heat because I wanna start the starches cooking down. And when I see it starting to boil, I'm gonna lower the temperature to medium. Make sure you're whisking well because the cornstarch will sink and it can stick to the bottom. You also don't wanna make clumps. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt because salt also intensifies flavors, even of sugar. Never skip your salt on your pastries. A pinch of salt goes a long ways. Ooh, so this is starting to thicken. And I'm gonna go now to medium heat just because I don't wanna overcook. There you go. I'm gonna shut this off. So it's nice and thick. And because I don't like any bubbles, I'm gonna just hand blend it. Okay, we have our cream. It looks nice and glossy and shiny, and it started to be thick. So we're gonna place all this on our pan that's already been greased. And make sure to spread evenly. If you want your leche frita to be softer, you can cook a little less. If you want it to be thicker, you can cook an extra 5 minutes on the stove, will help. After this, I'm just gonna cover it with plastic wrap. And I'm gonna let this sit in the cooler for about 2 hours. The longer it sits, the better. And if you have to do it fast, put it on the freezer for 30 minutes and that also will work. I just pulled out my milk curd from the fridge. It's been sitting on the fridge for around 2 to 3 hours. I can tell it's nice and set. You can tell it shrink a little bit. It's because the starches start cooking. It's totally fine. Let's Put our cutting board above. There you go. So let's start cutting. I have a ruler just because I want to make perfect squares, but you can cut at home any shape. You can do circles, triangles. There you go. So I have 15 pieces. That's perfect for yourself and to share. Next part, we have sugar and cinnamon. We have cornstarch and flour, equal amounts. You can also use some potato starch, some tempura. And our last ingredient is our eggs. 2 eggs is more than enough. Next step, we're doing a 3-part coating. Just grab a piece. We're gonna go on our cornstarch mixture first. Then we're gonna go on our eggs. We're gonna finish on cornstarch, and then we're gonna go to the oil. So I'm just gonna keep doing it and mixing a couple ones. The last part of this dish, it's frying. I already preheated canola oil, and we're gonna heat it up between 350 and 375 degrees. And we're gonna start frying. Don't put that many at a time, 2 to 3. You don't want your oil to lower temperature. What's happening right now, the cornstarch and egg are creating a crispy shell, and the middle of the egg, it's gonna start melting and heating up. So once you get a little bit of warm color, we're gonna remove from the oil, and I'm placing them on a tray with some paper just to drain that excess oil. And we're gonna keep frying. While these fry, we're gonna start tossing our pieces. You still wanna toss while they're warm. Make sure it gets everywhere. This dessert is great with ice cream, whipped cream. We are done frying our milk. Leche Frita translates to fry milk. You can see why now. We have nice crunchy shells and creamy texture in the middle. You can mix them with vanilla ice cream, whipped cream, and just go for it. You can taste the vanilla, the orange, the cinnamon, the outside crunchy shell. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you try this recipe, and you can find it at Food 52. Adiós!